Hello my children, I am Father Melancholy and today we explore /Ask Reddit. Just like every other robot voice Reddit channel, what was your I don't get paid enough for this moment at work? Posted by u/Sprite is spicy. I walked into the bathroom, and someone had smeared poop on literally every single surface, wall, everything except one small part of the ceiling they couldn't reach. Poocasso almost made me quit, but luckily my boss told me to lock it, not let anyone else use it, and he got someone to come with a pressure washer. Props to your boss honestly. Best boss on the thread, as far as I can tell. He legit was amazing. Maybe it was the boss all along and they were ashamed. The plot thickens. The plot was smeared all over the place. Leave a like if you think it was the boss. My wife was a corrections nurse for a while, and there was a frequent flyer at the county jail who was named Poocasso by everyone. She frequently got stuck having to make sure that the mental health folks weren't going to kill themselves, so she'd do her rounds. Poocasso would poo a big log and use it like sidewalk chalk on the walls of his cell. One time, he was drawing, and his poop broke in his hands. He turned to look at her, yelled "oh" at the top of his lungs, and squatted to poo another one. I feel like this is the origin story of the boss in the first post, like every now and then he turns back to Poocasso. I worked at a juvenile detention center, and there were a few kids I encountered in my tenure that were fecal matter artists. None were as bad as the one who, recycled. It really sucks to have to clean up literal poo every day, but it's also incredibly sad to see kids with mental health issues that out of control. So that's where Poocasso learned his craft. Man, that post is just gross and very sad. We used to be paid half salary to attend seminars related to our industry that grant professional development hours. These seminars would often be at 7 a.m. at a hotel that was about a 2-hour drive for me, if I was lucky, in rush hour traffic to get to, but hey, it was paid and had free breakfast, so waking up at 4:30 to attend wasn't the worst thing in the world. The company announced that they believed attending the seminars was furthering our knowledge, therefore helping the company, and therefore helping us, so we would no longer be paid to attend them but were still expected to go. I just said screw that and haven't attended a single one since then and delete all the invite emails. I'm paid hourly, so taking the 6 hours out of my day to drive and attend a seminar I am not being paid for is just plain stupid. I was asked why I haven't gone to any and told them I have a mortgage to pay. Haven't been asked to go again since. Edit, holy crap my inbox. Wanted to throw a few comments out cause I've been bombarded. I believe the above situation arose when the company realized the licensed pays were required to attend the seminars for development hours regardless, so they could get away with not paying. The company threw out that BS line to try to guilt us into going, but those of us who are not required to get the hours can't be forced to go. I have already told them, as I mentioned above, that I have a mortgage to pay and am not going to attend anything without pay. I have not been reprimanded for it because, as many of you have been pointed out, that would be illegal and they know it. I worked IT with about 30 other developers / firefighters, supporting a large 3-shift-a-day manufacturing line. When the line computers went down, 300 workers leaned their backs against the wall, waiting for us to get the manufacturing process back up and running. We pretty much had freedom to stroll in about 10 a.m. Many have worked well into the evening, often took 2-hour lunch breaks. Most of us were on 24-hour call, which earned us a half day of comp time for any trip to the office, at any time of the day. A new boss was appointed over us. He quickly replaced our casual work hours with strict 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. hours, with a 1-hour break for lunch. Day 1 of his new policy, we were working on a failed mid-range computer on the manufacturing line. 300 workers hanging out watching us. Oops. It's 5 o'clock. Quitting time for us. New boss caught us in the parking lot just heading to the local bar and swiftly changed his new policy back to our standard. I was working late, like 2 a.m. in the office. My manager said let's go to the convenience store to buy some snacks and smokes. She sits in the back and we drive there. After we get our shit, she says can we swing by this street intersection, real quick. When we get to that intersection, I guess she sees a car that belongs to someone she knows, parked in front of her boyfriend's house. She starts to wail, cry and kick around in the back seat. while my bewildered ass just holds the steering wheel, with a stupid look on my face. After 20 minutes of that madness, we drive back to the office, I drop her off and I go home. TLDR, Toyota service advisor working his bloody feet off alone. Quits after returning everything to the status was when I got there while boss had to deal with the army of customers he allowed to set unlimited appointments. I worked at a Toyota service department for a few months. It was terrible in general, but one day was the worst. During the week I had a nail go straight through my foot, so I'm bandaged up and have to walk around to get everything. Probably 100 yards to the car wash, 40 yards to the shop, etc. My team for Saturday, 4 people, had one person quit on Wednesday and one person had a funeral to leave early for. The other guy was new, so he was slow to get stuff done. My boss says he'll come in and help. Wednesday we lock it at 60 appointments since we have short staff up front and back. We do take walk-ins too. Thursday it's at 80, and we tell our boss to lock it. Again on Friday before closing we see 110 appointments. He never locked it. Come Saturday morning we had 130 appointments from 7 AM to 4 PM. I'm having to walk around a lot and ended up bleeding through 3 pairs of socks and bandages. I had to chase down about 80% of our customers' cars because our porters were goofing off. I had 53 open tickets at 12 PM, we had a 4-hour wait for walk-ins, and 2 with appointments. Haven't had lunch or a snack since they banned food/drinks at our desks. My friend is about to leave for the funeral, so I cover his work. And my boss leaves for lunch, throwing his 20-ish tickets on my desk. So I'm now 110 tickets deep, helping the new guy with stuff, moving cars, and trying not to pass out. Oh, did I mention 95F outside, no AC in our covered area, not inside, and 90% humidity. We didn't even get a breeze. Can't have snacks/drinks at our desks either. It gets to 3 PM and I'm rescheduling people, trying to get everyone out when their cars are done, but have to limp them down to pull them in front to leave after they pay. My boss still isn't back and the new guy quits. I end up getting in one car and blood from my sock drips onto our paper mats in the car. I cleaned everything out, vacuumed the car, washed it, and pulled it up. Customer went apeshit that she saw blood on the disposable paper mat, about the wait, not getting a discount for her non-appointment service, and demanded to speak to my manager. That was it. Called him up and sent to voicemail. I explained it to his mailbox, then called the GM to explain that I have been alone for about 3 hours dealing with a new uncapped amount of customers, 5 technicians walked out, I'm still not recovered from my workplace injury, and that I'm finishing my paperwork to take my lunch break at 4 PM. Boss shows up when I'm about to leave to eat my lunch I brought, knowing their provided lunch would be gone before I could set foot in the break room. He told me that in our state I'm not legally allowed a lunch break during a shift and I have to stay to finish out the customers on my tickets. I mentioned being here since 6 AM pre-printing everything, saying I just need to relax, and he said you didn't even clock in this morning, so unless you do what I say, you aren't getting paid. Service advisors are paid commission here, and % of parts profit for stuff sold. I don't even get 10 cents an hour. So I walked to my station, removed all of everyone's login copies of my permissions, deleted all of my notes, deleted all of my warranty macros, all the spreadsheets, and reset every custom line I added to our programs before I removed my admin permissions. Walked out and got a call when I got to my car asking why isn't your login able to collect credit cards, so he had to either write down credit card info, take cash /checks, or let them go. My GM asked me to come back at a pay raise and less hours, but I knew it was BS. My boss ended up getting let go the following month since he couldn't get things back up to speed. My good friend moved to Mercedes parts, so he's happy. I ended up going to BMW for a bit after that and handled a few other franchises later. Edit: wow, this blew up. If I get on a YouTube video, please unsub. I'll reply to all comments, but it will take some time. Thanks guys. You know I respect the fact you put that in there as an epic troll, but I don't have any subscribers at the time of this recording, so I guess we both take an L. Thank you for listening, my children. Please leave a like and subscribe and ring my bell sack to stay updated with my videos as they come out. Love you, bye.